Hey, Bucket Pond family, welcome back to the show. Today, on episode 10 of our new series, I am going to answer one of your questions. You guys were asking what sort of air pump I used here on the channel, and I am happy to show you. Yeah. This is a YT304 air pump, and that's what I'm using here on the channel. And right now, you can get them on Walmart for 20 bucks. Yeah, you can go find one for $20 on walmart.com. I was really surprised to see them so cheap, and they have some great reviews too. Like, I've been using this for years, and things like that. So I went ahead and bought one last year, and it's been a dream come true. It's a great air pump, and it can run upwards of 11 aquariums and counting. Nano aquariums, I should say. I'm not making anything, it's not a sponsored deal. I just want you to get a good air pump. So, yeah, check it out, and let's watch the rest of the video.
All right, guys. I wanted to do the audio live, but the air pump is pretty loud. I'll give you that. But yes, we have a collection of jar aquariums here. Some of them are pretty nice, some are kind of so-so, but they're all functional and they're all built for different reasons. And one thing they have in common, other than each of them having one of these metal spikes, they are all running off of one single air pump. Yeah. Just a single air pump for a total of 11 aquariums so far. I can likely add a few more, and that single pump will continue to do its job. So we're going to take a look down here in the underground behind the scenes, and you're going to see that all of these air pumps are in tandem. They were all chained together. You might see some weird stuff down here. Please ignore it. But these air pumps are all connected to splitters, which are connected to air lines, of course. And I have a throttle, little valve thing from Temu on each of the airlines. Each jar has its own little throttle. They're all connected to this check valve, which is connected to the air pump. I have two of these branches of airlines and some crazy stuff down here. You guys don't see too much. I don't know if you're interested. They're kind of dirty. But yes, the jars on the top shelf are all in tandem, all chained together on these airlines. And I do have these airlines connected to the air pump using like a splitter, turning 4 outlets into 2. This might not be the best idea. It might eventually damage your pump. I can't say for sure. I'm certain we'll have some interesting comments below. But yes, that's how I do it, and that's how these jars are running very efficiently. Now, originally, I started with air pumps like this, and inevitably, one of them will fail. One side of the air pump will fail. The cheaper ones will fail entirely. And yes, you can repair them, but you really shouldn't have to. Why buy a product that fails within a year when you could buy something that can do so much more and it's actually cheaper than the competition right now? This is a YT304 magnetic vibration air pump, and it is by SunSun, I believe. It has a throttle here for the airflow, but I always leave it on max and I just adjust for each tank individually. Now, these jars are very functional, and each jar does have a strong airflow. It's not like I have just a little trickle in some of the tanks, they're all about equal. I do adjust the throttle, the airflow for each tank individually, just to make sure that we don't, uh, get too crazy. The coconut lids are actually working really well. We have a lot of pothos growth in here. And these jars here are not powered. These are static. They are stagnant, you would say. And that's fine too. There's no reason you can't run a jar aquarium without an air pump. But there are some benefits that I'll show you a little bit later in the video. You're going to love it. I'm growing a ton of Wedelia out of that quart jar. I think that's really cool. You guys saw me collect many of these cuttings from the other aquariums. And yeah, nothing goes to waste here. Waste here. I do want to take a minute to show you the algae aquarium, which only a couple hundred people watched. Thank you so much. I think the jar is amazing and really cool. We are growing a ton of filamentous algae very easily, and it's supporting the ecosystem inside of this aquarium. That is the plant in this tank. We do have a small amount of microfauna in here, copepods, I believe, but I did not add bladder snails for a good reason, because they might eat that filamentous algae. Now, here is the recent wild tank that I did an update on in the last episode, and just check it out, you guys. Having that airflow in here has increased the bioload that we can carry, the amount of animals that we can carry in the jar. And in fact, I have a whole swarm of these very large boogie worms. Yes, these are the aquatic earthworms that I added to this tank when we set it up. That single earthworm that we put in here. And I shouldn't say earthworm, they are aquatic. I have no idea what species they are. Some people have said that they resemble blackworms, but I don't know much about them. But I do know that I can raise these guys now in pretty dense numbers, and they are amazing. I should have done a separate video about them, and I might do that soon, maybe our next episode. You guys are probably sick of seeing this tank, but look at it. It's amazing. This is the epitome of bucket ponds. Yes, we have giant crazy worms in here. They are eating mulm. You'll notice the tank is actually very clean. I'm going to have to feed them with more mulm very soon. I've been submerging cucumber slices for them right now, and they love it. They love it to death. They also like sweet gum seed pods. Yeah. But yeah, you guys, the tanks are doing really well, and this air pump is a big part of that. These are my, I call them my recent generation of jar aquariums. I'm always trying to improve and test and experiment and learn. And these jars represent, a great deal of progress we've made. This jar in particular has some crazy root growth, and I do have one of those spikes in here as well. I'm just leaving them in the tanks. I put a piece of cucumber on there and I just leave the spike in there. It doesn't seem to be hurting anything. We have a ton of crazy ostracods in here, and so many, in fact, that I can't keep any other animals in this jar. There are some bladder snails, but they tend to hang out above the surface. These ostracods are crazy. I keep talking about them. And really, you could see them as a pest because they do kill and eat every other animal they find. But I think they're really cool. They're so easy to raise. And, it takes a massive swarm of them to kill something. So if you tried to feed them to your fish or something, it most likely would be fine. But I think they're really cool. And one more look at the air pump, you guys. Don't judge me for that weird connection system there. I did what I had to turn those 4 outlets into 2. And again, this is a YT304 magnetic vibration air pump. This is meant for a 120-gallon tank. I'm using it for a whole bunch of 1-gallon and half-gallon tanks.
So I hope that you enjoyed the video. I had a lot of fun showing off my fancy air pump, which is also incredibly cheap. That's perfect for bucket ponds, right? And it's perfect for you if you're in this hobby. So think about getting one. But yeah, I had a lot of fun showing you guys the air pump and a little bit of the behind the scenes stuff in the fish room. I'm having a lot of fun with the channel, and I'm just loving life right now. I hope you are too. Please let me know if you have purchased one of these pumps. Maybe you are using one as well. And let's leave a little review section down in the comments to help other people who might be interested in this air pump. Anyway, guys, I hope you have a great day, and I'm having a lot of fun with the channel. I'm really enjoying these videos. Your comments, your questions, and suggestions go right into my mind, right into the channel itself. So I hope that you're enjoying it, and I'm trying to build a community here. I want to bring you in, and some of my best ideas, some of my best content has come from your suggestions. You guys, the YouTube members, everybody. So thank you so much. Please like and subscribe and all that stuff. I'll be super grateful. But really, I'm just grateful for your time. So thank you. Have a great day. This is episode 10. I'll have a link to the full playlist in the description. And I'll see you again next Sunday. Yeah.
Got a bucket full of drip, and my shoes go squish. Frogs on the pad say make a wish. Little duck float with a crown on top. King of the pond, never gonna stop. Yeah, breeze got moss in the coat. Stepping in.